McIntosh teaches AI non-stop. Success is his game, marketing's his fame. McIntosh, the marketing ace, follow his lead to the winning place with AI and a clever spin. Join him now, learn to win. Learn his way, don't delay. If you do, you'll make your fortune today.
You over 20 different playbooks, downloadable reports, presentations, and okay, it helps if I click the right button. Wait, where am I? There I am. Hey, hello, welcome to the show. So I'm your host, Bill McIntosh, and I'd like to welcome you. We're going to be talking about how you can use AI to build and grow a profitable business today, and emphasis on the profit part of that. So we're going to be talking about some brand new tools. I've got some specific training that we've cooked up for you, and we're going to show you how to combine. You're going to take two brand new, just released AI tools, mash them together, and out comes money. That's what I'm going to show you a little bit later. It's really powerful, really profitable, and boy, the pace of innovation in AI is exciting. It just everything just keeps on moving. So let's see here. Besides me fumbling around in the studio, let's make sure that we are actually live. Do me a big favor and give me a big warm hello in the chat. So just give me a big old warm hello, howdy, however you want to greet me, say hello, and let's make sure you're seeing me, you're hearing me, and that the show has kicked off. One thing I want to let you know is that we have subscriber-only chat turned on. And if you're not yet a subscriber and you're watching this now, definitely click that subscribe button down below. First off, you just might be our 24,000th subscriber. We're just like, just that little bit away. Could happen at any moment. And if you subscribe right now, if everybody watching who is not subscribed subscribes, we will hit the 24,000 subscriber mark right here, right now. And that will unlock the chat. So you'll be able to ask questions. A bit later, we're going to have an Ask Me Anything session. And the reason you might want to talk to me and ask me questions is that I have been successfully building and growing multi-million-dollar businesses online for over 25 years. Over that time, I've generated over $100 million in revenue across all the different businesses. And now I've made it my life's mission, my reason for being. I feel like I am here to help my fellow entrepreneur like you to start or grow your business using modern strategies like AI and some of the newest cutting edge marketing tactics. And we cover those on the show every single Wednesday at 2 o'clock Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. And we also release content throughout the week. So we also, at least once a week, have additional content. It might be how to get traffic to your website, how to build a brand new business, how to pick what niche market you might want to go into, how to sell. There's a whole variety of different things that we cover. It's all based on what you need. So based on what our audience needs, we prepare training, and I do how-to trainings and other types of informational training on the channel every single week. And let's see here. I've got a lot of hellos. By the way, anybody here new? Say I'm new in the chat if you're someone who's new to the channel. Let's see how close we are. Oh, we are so close to 24,000 subscribers. I can taste it. It just got much closer. So I'm going to keep refreshing and see if we can see right there on the studio app. I'll keep refreshing until we'll see who is our 24,000th subscriber. But anybody here new to the channel, give me an I'm new in the chat if you are. Let me know. And yeah, we're going to talk about that. Let's see here. Also, I have producer Nick with me behind the scenes. Hey, Nick, did you get that link that we were going to promote? I don't know if did you got that from Daniel or not?
Yeah, he just sent it over.
Fantastic. Let me turn the volume down just a bit. And so for today's training segment, it's actually going to be Nick and I together, the dynamic duo here. We're going to be doing some training on how to use some powerful new AI tools. And it's all about video. And up until recently, video was a high bar, being able to put out quality video that you could actually use successfully in ads, in social media posts, trying to get viral stuff going. In fact, just this week, producer Nick and I and my younger son, we all teamed up and launched a new YouTube channel. It's a secret project I'm not going to tell you about yet. And again, using simple AI tools, we're already blowing up that channel. It already has had thousands of views, and it's just a few days old. So we're going to talk more and more about AI video, because it's like leveling the playing field so that you don't have to have a lot of skills and a lot of money to use these powerful tools and leverage them to help you get attention, help you get traffic to your website, help you make sales in your sales processes. And video in today's economy is just a vital part of doing business online. So with the tools we're going to show you, it puts it in reach of anyone, regardless of your skill level. So that'll be the topic for today. Okay, we've got a few new people. All right, good. So I see Ingrid is new, Mark is new, Vitality is, oh no, Vitality's not new. Just a couple new people, but welcome to those of you who are new. And I'm going to do my refresh. Oh, it moved. Okay, we'll keep refreshing. And by the way, if you know anyone, friends, family, or otherwise, that are interested in entrepreneurship and generating revenue online, do me a favor and share this live stream with them and help me see if we can crack that 24. Can you tell I'm excited about cracking 24,000 subscribers? So anything you can do, if you happen to know anybody, or maybe if you share it on your socials, that'd be awesome. Maybe you can bring them in and they'll hang out with us here live in the chat room. But I'm excited to try to smash through that subscription mark. Now, Nick, is there any other housekeeping we need to do before we go into today's content?
No, and I guess just because we're collabing on this, just cue me in when you want me to jump in, and we'll go from there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I am going to go ahead and record the hook right now, and then I'll bring you in. And are you ready for your screen share and everything?
Yes.
Fantastic. Got to get my last little sip of content power. You know, I'm powered by caffeine today. And with that, we're going to get into it. Okay. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, I am recording this. And so we're going to do this in two parts. First, I'm going to record what's called our hook. It's like the intro, the first 30 seconds of a video. And this is because our editing team, our content team that Nick runs, is going to take this video. They're going to edit it up. They're going to turn it into courses and other material that we share across our social media channels. And so we are recording it. So we'll do that part first. Then I'm going to bring Nick on, and we're going to do some live demos of how to use these tools to make profit in your business. Okay. All right. Oh, I see a few of our regulars popping in here. So hello, Teha, and see a bunch of the other gang here. Who's an old timer with the show? If you're a regular of the show, we should start calling us something other than old timers. I think that makes me feel old. Probably makes you feel old. What should we call everyone who watches our Wednesday show, Nick? You
call them veterans. They're veterans of the show.
Veterans. There you go. Yeah. At one time I was thinking about calling them more respect. At one time I was thinking about calling them billionaires, but
I like that.
Veterans or billionaires? Which one are we going to say? So who's a billionaire? Meaning you're a regular of the show. Kenneth is new. Okay, and I have a bunch of our old timers are here as well. So fantastic. Okay, enough chit chat. We're going to get to it. We're going to record our hook and dive right into the training. And let me know. Vote. Should we call the audience the billionaires, or should we call you veterans? Which would you prefer? Vote in the chat, and I'll come back and look after I'm done recording this. Okay, here we go. Teleprompter is not behaving. Okay, here we go. Everyone is talking about Gen-4. That's the newest AI video generation model that just got released by a company called RunwayML. But what they are not telling you about is a highly profitable workflow that combines Gen-4 with another tool. When you combine them together, it does some crazy profitable things. And mash them up, put them together, and it's a surefire recipe for profits. Now, from social media marketing to ads to user-generated content and even sales letters, I believe that this special combo will let newbie entrepreneurs and seasoned veterans alike reach millions of eyeballs in a surprisingly short amount of time. And when you get in front of that many people and attract that much attention, it's almost impossible not to generate revenue with your business. So you're going to want to stick around to the end so I can show you these new tools, how to combine them to take your business to the next level. And a bit later, we'll talk about some prompts that you can use and best practices on using these tools together. And I'll cover that a little bit towards the end. So question is, are you ready? All right, then let's dive in. Okay, there's our hook. How was that, Nick?
Perfect.
Cool. Then with that, let's bring you on screen. Where are you?
You're like this?
Yeah. Well, which way? That way or that way?
We should be doing it this way. I like this way better. You like to do it the other way.
Whatever. It's all good. All right. Now, are you ready to share your screen as well?
Yes. Let me.
Okay. So first, we'll tee it up and maybe just do a quick little two-way chit chat about why this is so powerful, and then we'll dive into the demo. So note for editor, obviously clean all of this up, and then so we'll pick it up from here. So joining me is the channel's very own producer, Nick, who is always helping behind the scenes, run the channel, run our newsletter, and help me with our marketing. And producer Nick, thanks for joining me today.
Of course.
Yeah, and I know you're excited about this. You immediately jumped in and started using RunwayML. And in fact, I used one of the videos that you made on my sales webinar last night and helped me make tens of thousands of dollars. So thank you for that. So you use
Nice.
RunwayML to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. You going to share some of that money with me?
Sure. I'm generous. Why not? So I will share the love. But so what I want to do today is talk about not only how you can use it in like sales webinars and sales videos, which is a powerful way to use this, but I think what you're going to show them today is how to use this in social media posts, in ads, if they're running ads on Facebook or on Google or YouTube, TikTok, anywhere else, Instagram. All of these places can be powerful ways to use this to get both free paid traffic and even to help people make sales. So I know you're excited to share. So let's share what you got. By the way, so first off, when you jumped in and made that video for me, you had never, you hadn't used the new version of Runway. You hadn't used RunwayML yet. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go back to here and we'll do just a little bit more and then put it on the screen you want it to focus on, and then we'll come back to that.
Okay.
Wait, I don't see it. You took it out.
Here, let me here, there we go. Can you see that?
Where is the screen? Okay, there. Okay. So note for editor, clean that up and we'll pick it up from here. Sorry, audience, we're just fiddling around with the technology a little bit. But last thing before we dive into showing them how to use this tool, I know you hadn't used the new version of Runway, and I kind of put you under the gun with just like an hour's notice or something and said, go make me a video. How hard was it to, get in there and figure it out?
Oh, it's not that hard. It's very intuitive. It's the way the tool works, it's as you would expect with an AI video generator. It's you supply it with a prompt and it creates a video output that's usually consistent with the prompt you give it. What's interesting right now, the way Gen-4 works, because RunwayML has put out Gen-2 and Gen-3. Right now, it only takes image prompts accompanied with a text prompt, so you can't give it text by itself. But pretty soon you should be able to give it text standalone.
So we're going to take images, we're going to take text, we're going to put it together, and it's going to make some magic, basically, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So last thing, too, is the key to all of this is combining Runway with another tool, which we're going to deep dive into. And there's some stuff you've been learning about the best ways to use prompts, how these all come together. And we're going to put this together into a written guide. We're going to share all of the prompts and the best practices that we have with the audience. And I want to let you all know, all you need to do, if you want to download the prompts and download the written instructions that go along with this video, Nick is going to be compiling that together for you. And all you need to do is become a subscriber to our free newsletter. So if you go right now, go to pushbutton.ai/subscribe, and I'll drop a link to that in the description and in the comments below. But if you go subscribe to our email newsletter, you will get that downloadable set of prompts and instructions for free when we upload this training to the channel. So we'll have a written guide that goes along with it. We'll email everyone who's on the newsletter subscriber list with a copy of that totally free. So if you'd like that, just visit the link that will pop again in the chat or down below, and you can claim your copy of that guide. So with that, let's dive in and show them how it works.
All right.
Uh-oh, we lost the wrong thing again. So let's try. Which version do you want us down here or over here?
Let's put us over here so we're not obscuring anything.
Okay, cool. Okay, so in this case, what are we going to be making? And what's the magic tool that we're going to combine this with?
Sure. Well, the Gen-4 is really versatile. I did, before the show, I made a few things as an example. You make a variety of things, but the tool we're going to be combining this with is the new ChatGPT image model. Gen-4, well, right now, Gen-4, like I said, you give it an image prompt combined with a text prompt. And because the ChatGPT 4.0 image model is just blowing all the other image models out of the water right now, I start there, create an image there, take it over to Runway, and then I animate it inside of Runway. And here, I'll use an example. This is the prompt we're looking at right now. I took an image. I took an image of a woman. This product, she's not holding the product in the original image. I asked it to make this picture of her holding it up, and I asked it to make it look like a TikTok still. It even added the little TikTok watermark down here. So I got, actually, let me pull up the window, actually. Let me show the original ChatGPT.
Let's edit this. So note for editor, let's edit this up a little bit, and let's start, Nick, let's restart this with the flow, go step by step with the workflow that we're going to show.
Okay. Well, that would start in ChatGPT then, so I have to go into the ChatGPT window.
Right. That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're showing how to combine the two. So we're going to pick it. So editor will clean this up, and we'll pick it up from here. But so in this workflow, we're going to be combining the ChatGPT image editor, right? And we're going to combine that with Runway. So let's start with the beginning of the flow. So what kind of stuff are we going to begin with in ChatGPT?
Here, let me jump over to that window then, or that screen. Here we go. All right. So in this use case, we're making a UGC style ad. I found this picture on Twitter.
So user-generated content, right? That's what that stands for.
Yeah. Here's this model. I actually believe it's an AI-generated model that someone made. Here's it looks like perfume on the right. This is the picture. And then I asked it, I said, please make an image that looks like a TikTok UGC still with the woman on the left holding the woman on the left holding the product on the right in her hand. Should look super realistic. This is what it came up with, which is
a great job. Great job.
Yeah.
So that's just right in ChatGPT. So you could do that with a ChatGPT. I think free will let you do a limited number of them, but the plus will give you a bigger limit to be able to do a lot more images. And I want people to think about, for you, that could be any model. You could actually have ChatGPT create a model for you and then put your product, whatever you're selling. It could be a print-on-demand product. It could be something you don't even have. Maybe you're drop shipping. You can just grab an image of any product you want to sell, give it to ChatGPT, give it the model, and say, put them together and look what you get. So this is really powerful. So then from here, we're going to then move this over into Runway Gen-4 and animate it and turn it into a video. So let's show them how to do that step.
Right here, let me jump screens again. So here's what you do. Well, first of all, if you're not familiar with Runway, real quick, let me show you the dashboard. After you sign up and you log in, you get your account set up, you're going to go see right here, new session, and you're going to hit generate video. That's going to take you, I already had a session here, so we'll just go to the session I already had, which is the show demo session. You're going to see right here on the left is where you input your prompt. The first thing you're going to do is select your model. Like I said, starts with Gen 2. There's 2 versions of Gen 3. And then the newest one is Gen 4. So we're going to go with Gen 4. Right now, the way Gen 4 works is you need to give it an image. It won't take text alone. It will in the future, but you have to give it an image to start with. So real quick, let me upload that image we got. And then I'll just reuse the same prompt. So I'm going to reuse this prompt I gave it the last one. But I just want it to go from just a still like screenshot to, you know, she's talking and she looks realistic and she's showing the product. So I'm going to drop that here. And I only want 5 seconds, so I'm going to hit generate. While that's going, so this prompt I gave it is an exact duplicate of this right here. So I'll just show you what I made earlier today. Isn't that crazy? What's interesting is, so the image that ChatGPT gave me that I'm using.
Play that again. I want to see that again.
Yeah, here.
Wow.
Oh, that's it. Here, I'll go full screen. Look at this. I didn't notice this before. You can see the fluid moving around in the bottle. Look.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
wow.
shaking as she's moving it around.
It's like real-time physics. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So then how somebody might use that, if it was your product, you can now easily layer over, we've done training on the channel to show you how to do this, but you can easily layer over a voiceover and audio track on top of it to output an awesome ad that you might use in paid social media ads.
Yeah. And I haven't played around too much with making AI. They call it user-generated content. That's what this type of ad is. I haven't played around with it myself, but I've seen other people in the space, especially for e-commerce, produce this kind of content and then run the ads on places like TikTok, and they're printing like a ton of money. It's wild, actually. I think they're actually doing. There are a lot of people combining this with TikTok Shop as well.
Yeah, one of the things that I want to do is take images of me and then combine it with like folders that have like the names of my digital products, you know, folders or binders or product shots to look like I'm holding it, you know, and use that in some ads.
Yeah, and what's really cool about the new ChatGPT image model is that you can give it a picture of yourself and it will pretty accurately, with high fidelity, take you and it could have you do various things. I've tried, you could technically do that with some of the other image models like Midjourney, but it's kind of finicky. It's like hit or miss, and it doesn't really, Midjourney is very creative. You can get very, beautiful, interesting products, but it's not great at following detailed instructions. ChatGPT, on the other hand, you could make videos that are coming to the channel in the near future. There's one tomorrow that I have a Fiverr editor who, I hand them a Dropbox folder with a bunch of pictures of you, and I give them instructions like, make Bill point at this and use this font to do XYZ.
For the thumbnails, yeah.
Yeah, for the thumbnails. I'm gonna be experimenting. The next few thumbnails that hit the channel, I'm gonna give it a picture of you and say, hey, make Bill be in this part of the thumbnail and have it look like this. And I played around with it, and I like what I see so far. So we'll see how that comes out.
All right. So is that a new generation that just got made there?
Yeah, so let's check this out real quick. Yeah,
and so what are other than user-generated content ads, what other kind of things can we make with this?
Yeah, so here, I'll take it from the top. We'll speed run. So I took, there's an AI art account I really like on X. So I took it to ChatGPT and I said, hey, I'd like to make something similar inspired by this picture you made. So I made it produce an astronaut with, he has push button AI emblazoned on his suit. So I made him fall through space. And though I was doing this just for fun, but I could totally see this as a newsletter ad. A lot of the newsletter ad creatives, they kind of have this like trippy pattern interrupty stuff that's going to get you to stop and pay attention for a second. And
yeah, I think the other thing is you could turn that into an animated GIF and see that, just have it looping on social media too.
Just put on, Pinterest or something.
Yeah. That's
and then
cool.
Here's another one for my newsletter Ingeniosity. So here, I'll put this in full screen.
That's cool. I mean, the video quality is amazing on this.
Check this out.
Oh, I thought that was Darth Vader on a horse for a second, but
no.
Although we could do that with this new thing. We'll put Darth Vader on a horse.
Oh yeah, certainly.
Oh, look at that in it. Okay, didn't quite get it backwards, but close.
It tried.
Yeah.
Here's one where it got very creative. So the last show we did, I had Grok design me a hat. And I liked the design for the hat. So I went into ChatGPT. I gave it the picture of the hat, and I said, make me a social media ad using this picture of the hat. This is the ad it gave me. And so I took the ad to Runway, and I basically asked it to animate the ad for me. And if I tried it a few more times, I'd probably get better results, but it kind of went crazy with it. Here, check it out.
Okay. That's cool.
Oh, here. So I made I wish I was getting paid by Bing. I'm not getting paid by Bing. I just like their product. But this is my dog Bodhi. So I took a picture of Bodhi and I said, make an ad. I give it a picture of Bang energy drink. I gave it a picture of Bodhi and I said, make an ad for Bang energy drink with my dog Bodhi. Here's what it came up with. Here's the ad. Then I took it to Runway and I gave it a prompt to animate the ad, and here's what it came up with. And I like this one a lot better than the hat.
I like that. Yeah. Although I am glad Bang is not sponsoring us because you already drink too much. So
yeah, that is true. And then here, this is the last Bang related video, but we have
one thing I want to let people know is while Nick has taken a product here, this can be any product. It can be your product. It can be an image of like an ebook cover. It can be an image of a book if you're selling a book. It can be anything you can imagine that you can now go with ChatGPT's image generator and make this happen. So I want you to really open your mind and set your imagination free on this. Again, even though he's using these products, this can be your product. It can be anything you could possibly imagine can be put in the hands of these models and can be made in these images.
Right. And then this is just kind of a goofy example. I gave it a picture of the energy drink, and then I just said, hey, have a mid-20s female social media person, have her do a quick like TikTok video with it. Here's what it came up with real quick. And for my jewelry store in the past, I've worked with UGC models to make ads for me in the past. It's kind of a headache, honestly, and it can get kind of expensive. Doing this, here, let me open up the pricing page because I don't want to quote the wrong price, but this tool starts at $12 a month. It's credit based. I think you get like 4 or 5 Gen-4 generations on 1,000 credits, and 1,000 credits is $10. So, you know, you can do the quick
I remember when you
napkin
used
math
to
there.
when you were trying to hire models to do the ads for you, user generated content for like both, like to get free organic traffic and ads, and you were going through. I mean, you were sending emails like hundreds of them just to get a few to respond. Then you had to send them the product. Then you had to convince them to actually follow through and shoot the video. It was, I remember, it was a major project just to get like a handful.
And you know, I work with a lot of UGC creators, and you know, they help us with their business to make ads. But a lot of them they have really strange ideas for how much their services cost. Hundreds of dollars sometimes for, you know, 20, 30-second clips. And I could tell you the clips we're making here today don't cost, you know, $100, $200. And, you know, it also doesn't cost, it also doesn't take like 3-4 days in turnaround time. You just,
I think you might spend a couple of dollars in the AI, the fees for the AI tools that you're using here. Maybe, probably a lot less than a couple dollars.
I think the for a 5-second clip in Gen-4, it's like 200 or 300 credits, and that's about $2-3 versus like, you know, $100 from a stingy UGC creator. So pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I like it. All right, cool. And then, did you have any other examples to show, or? Because I want to talk about best practices and when you're prompting and how to put these together. So everybody keep on watching. We're going to cover some best practices, some prompting, best ways to prompt ChatGPT to get the right images out, and more. So keep on tuning in. And by the way, what kind of an ad or video would you like to make? Let me know in the comments. Do you currently have a business you would like to make either some social media ads for, or maybe you have a particular physical product you like to do some of the ads like Nick did there? But let me know in the comments, what kind of ad would you like to make with this tool? And all right, back to you, Nick.
All right, 2 more clips real quick. So I mean, this is our team of AI agents working inside of Push Button AI. Some nice B-roll for a commercial. By the way, we've made a handful of commercials inside of Runway. So this is the kind of, I like to make, remember like the NFT art from like, they'd make crazy trippy looking GIFs in like 2021, 2022. I kind of like to make stuff like that, and then just have you know, a series of those playing with my sales letter going on in the background.
Well, yeah, and that's part of the key thing here too, is what you would do is in Runway, you might make 2 or 3 or 10 of these, and then Runway will help you put them all together and produce one single video out of them. Yeah.
Right. And I didn't even think about this. Regina says, we're live right now. She says, I'd love to make an ad for TikTok with my face for a product I'm promoting, and I can't wait to try it out. Yeah, you don't even have to use like a made up AI model. You can just put a picture of yourself. You don't feel like filming yourself, just put a picture of yourself with a product you're promoting and use the same workflow.
Can we do that so I don't have to shave and get all pretty to come on camera live? That would be cool if I could have a live avatar that just pretends to be me and shows up. No,
you've been asking me to use another tool, HeyGen, to make some content for you for a while now, and maybe we should play around with that some more.
All right, let's
Okay,
keep looking at the
video.
final examples, then we'll get into some best practices and how to use these tools.
I think you'll like this. So, okay, I took there's an AI artist on Twitter who made a cool, similar picture of a guy surfing on a cool, pretty looking wave. I asked ChatGPT, I said, hey, I really like this picture. Could you make a similar one, but have the surfboard say push button AI? And this is what ChatGPT spit out for me. So I took it over to Runway and I had it do this.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I thought you'd like it. Yeah.
It turned to gold.
Yeah, so that's all the stuff I came up with for the show today.
Cool. Well, the thing that I love about this tool is it really does allow someone's imagination to kind of run wild. And we're going to be using it a lot. In fact, you know what? Maybe I'll share my screen and show. Let me see. Where is...
Here, want me to take myself off so you can jump on?
Yeah, I don't think you don't have to take yourself off. I'm just going to get the screen going here. Present, share screen, entire screen. So I'm about to use this in an ad in just a moment, but we'll show. This is what, this one here is what Nick made for me with almost no notice.
Before you run that in an ad, let me, I can work and I can make some more iterations for you, because that was...
No, we're going to do it today. Yeah, not too late. We're doing it today. So
yesterday, Bill texted me before his webinar. He's like, I want you to make me an AI video for my webinar tonight. Can you do it? I need it in like an hour. And real quick, I dropped everything and I'm like, aye, Captain. And I took care of it. But yeah, that's the story behind this video.
Yeah, every once in a while, I love to ask for impossible things from the team. So thanks for doing that, Nick. But here, I'll play it for everybody so you can see an example. Some of you might have been on my webinar last night and saw me play this video. So I used that. It was a part of the presentation that I did last night, and actually part of a presentation I'm going to give you all in just a couple of minutes. And that was made with the tools that we just showed you here. So now, let's talk real quick. We'll get into the end here. We're going to wrap things up with some best practices on how you would be using these two tools together, because it's really important that you get a good image as a starting point. And there's a couple of things that I've been doing. I've actually been taking content or product descriptions or descriptions of customers and asking, before I make my image, I'll ask ChatGPT, hey, what would be a good prompt that would represent this concept or this idea or things like that? And I get it to give me a prompt, and then I use it to go generate my image. And that's a trick I've been doing that has been working out pretty well. So I'll just, again, I can, as simple as like describing a quote. I might want to talk about a quote from a famous person. Well, I just give the quote to ChatGPT and say, hey, write me a prompt that embodies this quote and how it feels and what it represents if I wanted to make an image, and then it will spit it out. So definitely just straight up ask ChatGPT for ideas for your starting point of your video. If you're kind of like stuck with writer's block and you don't quite know what to do, yeah, talk it through with ChatGPT. Tell ChatGPT what you're trying to accomplish, and it will do a surprisingly good job helping you with it. How about you, Nick? Anything particular, a best practice that you've noticed as you've been using these tools?
Yeah, what I like to do, one of the things I love to do, some for more practical reasons, like the video we made yesterday, some just for fun. I'll give it a picture that has like I like the aesthetic or I like the vibe, and I tell ChatGPT, I say, I like the vibe of this picture. I love the energy. Can we recreate it in this context? So I might, take a picture from like a magazine or something, and I say, design a hat with this energy, or design a thumbnail, but like emulating the energy of this picture I gave you. So we're not ripping the picture, but we're saying we want to make something new inspired by the energy of the picture we just gave it.
I love it. I love it. And there's a lot more that we're still even learning as we're using these tools. So we're going to compile them all together in a guide, including prompts, best practices, and how you can mix these two tools together for the maximum amount of profit, right? That's the goal for everyone. And all you need to do to get it is join our newsletter. So Nick actually produces a newsletter, and every Friday he releases new training. It's a new method, a new tactic, a new way to either start a business or grow a business online. And when you join for totally free, we're going to give you the prompt guide that goes along with this video. And to get it, I'll pop the link in the description of this video, or I'll pop it over into the chat. But head on over there and get your free subscription. And then as soon as this video is uploaded and available, it will be emailed to you and you'll get a copy of the guide. And then anything else we need to cover before we wrap up this training?
No, I think we're good to go.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to take over for a moment here. All right, and with that, I hope you got value out of this, because I cannot stress how much money you can make when you use these tools in social media, in ads, and in your sales materials. It really will help you do something that used to cost a lot of money and take a lot of time. And now you can do it like, well, that snap didn't work. And now you can do it like that. And I hope you got value from this video. If you did, do me a huge favor and smash that thumbs up. And down below, drop a comment and let me know how you're going to be using this. What kind of ads would you like to make? What kind of videos would you like to make? What kind of products could we help you sell by making these kinds of videos? Drop it into the comments and let us know. And then, of course, if you're not following us in social media, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can follow me on Facebook and all the socials. I'm over on X and everywhere else. In fact, on YouTube, you should see down below a red subscribe button. Tap that and join the billionaires, as we will be affectionately calling our audience. And with that, we'll see you next time. Goodbye for now. Okay, audience, we are not going anywhere. At least I think we're going to call everybody the billionaires. Is that what the sentiment was in the chat?
Yeah, I'm not happy about it, because I wanted to come up with the name. I've been thinking about. I've been trying to cook up a name for about a month.
We'll do a survey. So then, think of 2 more possible names for the audience, and then let's survey it. We'll put it as a post on YouTube and survey everybody.
Yeah, well, I'll have to do that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, we got 2 things coming up. So I have another little presentation that I'm going to be giving you in just a moment. I want to talk about the state of AI and what you can get from AI today, and some of the common problems of using AI today. So it's going to be a very quick promotion, just a couple of minutes, a very quick little presentation, and then we're going to open it up to Q&A. So if you guys have any questions, you've probably been asking in the chat questions about using Runway, questions about using ChatGPT's new image editor, or anything about AI or building a business, you can ask those questions. We're going to fling it open to Ask Me Anything in just a minute. But first, I have a little presentation I would like to give you, and then we're going to go right into Q&A. So don't go anywhere. And we are 6 subscribers away from the 24,000 sub mark. So who will be our 24,000th subscriber? We are so close. 6 subscribers to go. Okay. I think I'm too excited about that, but going to go back here. There we go. And cool. So we're going to do this right here. Where's my screen? There it is. Okay, so Nick, I'm going to deliver this little bit of additional training on AI, and then we're going to go to questions about RunwayML, ChatGPT, or anything at all. We'll fling it open to Ask Me Anything I can do to help you be profitable. but we're going to get started with this quick presentation. Okay, here we go.
Sounds good.
Have you heard? AI agents are the rave everywhere. They are completely transforming business and the world. The problem is most people don't understand what they are or how to use them. And so really quickly, I'd like to talk about AI agents and how you can be using these to start a business from nothing. Or if you've got a business, how to take that business and grow it and scale it and produce more revenue than ever before. Because we have our resident data scientist, who also happens to be my son, has helped me build a fantastic and incredibly powerful AI agent platform that will help you build a business. And so really quickly, let's talk about AI and some problems that there are in the AI industry and why most people are failing to get results using AI tools. So one of the things that we do is we help people unleash an entire team of what are called AI agents. And if you're not familiar with those, we're going to dive in and talk about what they are and how you could use them. But what we do is they help you build entire businesses, entire marketing campaigns, email campaigns, and all the kind of stuff you need to profit with an internet business. Now, Jeff Bezos defines AI agents, and he says that they're going to become our digital assistants. They'll be helping us navigate the complexities of the modern world. They will make our lives easier and more efficient. Okay, but that still doesn't quite describe what really is an AI agent, because we've had AI tools for a while. So what's the difference between an AI agent and a regular old AI like ChatGPT? Well, you can kind of imagine them as a team of specialists. So in the classic movies, you might see where there's a heist, right? You have all these specialists, one who's, disarms the alarm, one who's the safe cracker, one who's the getaway car, right? Or in a business, you usually have a team. In a real human business, you've got the CEO, you've got a marketing team, you've got people that do content, you've got people that do research, you've got people that are technical, that create websites and do programming, but they're all specialists working together as a team. Well, old AI was kind of like, it wasn't that way at all. It was just one massive AI that kind of generated sort of plain, not that great content that often humans would do better. But the minute we move to what's called agentic AI, where we have a team of AIs collaborating like specialists, it really changed everything. And so think of it like you have your own team of AI agents, each one highly trained in a specialist skill. And all you have to do is walk through the door, go into your team of AI agents and ask them to build you a business, ask them to make you a marketing campaign, ask them to do almost any task. Some of them seem quite impossible, and they go to work, the entire team collaborating. Each one is a separate specialist. And it is critical. I want you to understand that there is a huge shift in the world of business and AI, and it's critical that you migrate and start using agents today when it comes to creating your new business or scaling up and building your existing business. And so we've built an army of agents that are ready to go to work for you to help you make a profit. Now, one thing I want to talk about here is that the speed of innovation in the world of AI it's exciting. It's exhilarating, right? And there's so much going on. And here's just some of the giants, right? These are just a few of the most largest companies in the AI space. We have ChatGPT from OpenAI. We've got Meta, also known as Facebook, and their AI. You've got Claude from Anthropic. We've got Google's Gemini. And then, of course, we've got Perplexity. These are the giants in the space. But there are literally thousands of apps. New AI tools are literally created every hour. Every single hour of every day, there's a new AI tool. And you might be feeling lost in the flood. Can you relate to that? You ever feel a little overwhelmed, a little lost because there are so many tools out there and you don't know which ones actually work, which ones are just hype? And ultimately, I think for a lot of people, once they start paying attention to AI, it's like being hit with a waterfall. You get confused, you get overwhelmed, which ultimately leads to not taking action because you're just not sure which tool to use or which thing to do. kind of overwhelming. There, again, thousands of tools and more every hour. But the problem we face is timing is important. When you have an opportunity in front of you, and we do right now in the world of AI, those of us who act now, today, and take advantage of the tools that we are being given in AI are going to make lots of profit. We are the ones who are going to be able to take advantage of this situation and produce profit and build companies and build revenue. And John Sculley III, who is the man who took Apple, the household computer, the phones that you have in your pocket company, he took it from an obscure, smaller company to a household brand. That was the guy who did it. Not Steve Jobs, actually. If you go back and really look at the history, John Sculley took Apple from the millions of dollars to the billions of dollars. He's the guy who did it. And he says timing in life is everything. And I couldn't agree more. So you need to be using these AI agents in your business now. Now, the reality today, though, like if you really want to be efficient and take advantage of this AI phenomenon, you end up having to buy like 10 different tools on 10 different platforms, different tools for video, different tools for audio, different tools for writing, different tools for editing. And honestly, to do it all, you do need 10 different tools. That means multiple expensive subscriptions. Even if they're cheap, they add up fast when you have 10 of them. And then you have a constant learning curve because then each tool is constantly releasing new features and changing the way they work. And you have to keep up with all of this, which drains away your focus, your time, and your energy. But what if AI could be literally effortless, where you had one platform, where you had total control, where you had zero confusion? You could ignore, you could just literally put it all on mute and ignore all the AI hype because you had one place to go with constant updates where you could access the best, latest power of AI without all of the headaches. And then I can be your AI shepherd. I will guide you through all of this because this is my industry. I'm an example of somebody building these tools, and our team is on the cutting edge of all things AI when it comes to building new AI from the ground up or using existing AI. So we can navigate through all of that so you can stop chasing all the constant shiny new tools. You can let us navigate through all the complexity for you. So we find what works, we implement it in our platform, and you get simple instructions. So you'll get a clear guided path to AI-powered results. And the breakthrough is here. So we've actually created an entire suite of AI agents that are now integrated into our push-button AI platform. It's your all-in-one command center for automated business building. It literally does everything. It builds your website, registers your domain name, writes your sales material, writes your emails, makes your videos, makes your audios, and so much more. It even does blogging and helps you with your social media and getting traffic. So this becomes your all-in-one command center. It gives you the simplicity that you crave, but it's the power that you need without getting overwhelmed from all the different tools. And it becomes your dedicated AI workforce. So these AI agents are your digital team members. They work for you. And every time you type in some information and hit a button, they literally spend 74 human hours of work researching, editing, writing, creating, and literally build you a business from the ground up at the push of a button, all done for you automatically. So if you're interested in this, then head to the link that we have put into the description down below, into the comments below, and register. We have a webinar that we are holding, and I would like to invite you, if you haven't attended one of my webinars, head on over there, register for the webinar, and join us. And we're going to be starting anytime. We have the webinar coming up. And again, I would hope to see you there live. We'll answer all your questions. I'll show you how this technology works. I'll help you navigate through it. And this is your official invitation to join us on our next webinar. All right. Now it's back to me. Very cool. So at this point, Producer Nick, can you drop that? Looks like you already have. So let me pin that link. 1 second there. There we go. So for our live audience, it's pushbutton.ai/agent. So pushbutton.ai/agent. So if you haven't seen our new AI agent webinar, which I've only delivered it once ever, that was last night. We're coming back tomorrow, and you can join live. It'll be tomorrow midday. So you can, if you want to tune in and learn more about how to use AI agents to build your business at the push of a button, all of that is covered in the webinar. And so now we're going to move to Ask Me Anything. So let's do this. I got too many things going on. We are now 4 subscribers away from 24,000 subs. And I am going to do a quick ad break. And then we're going to be back with all of your questions. So I'm going to leave you with the presidents for just a moment. I'm going to power up with a little bit of coffee, and we'll be right back in 2 minutes with all of your questions. So ask me anything in the chat. Producer Nick will wrangle all of your questions, and we'll get them all answered. Any help you need building your business, we're here for you. Be back in just 2 minutes.
These or characters in this video are all fake and generated by artificial intelligence.
You know, the other day while I was resting my eyes, I woke up to find that I'd built an entire online business.
Really, Joe? How'd you manage to do that?
Well, you see,
Wait a minute, Sleepy Joe. Let me guess. You had push-button AI do all the work, didn't you?
that's right, Donald. It found me a fantastic domain name, built out a complete site, set up my shopping cart so I can get paid, and even wrote an entire email sales campaign for me, all while I was napping.
Well, I've been using push-button AI too. And believe me, my new business, it's huge. The best. So much winning, you wouldn't believe.
This push-button AI sounds phenomenal.
Oh, it is. It's almost as genius as I am.
But with better hair, no doubt.
Guys, all this talk is boring to me. What everyone needs to do is click the link of this video and go to the masterclass to see how to use this powerful technology to build their own profitable online business.
Well, if Elon says it, it must be worth a shot.
You're right, Barry. Everyone should click the link right now.
I can't believe I'm going to agree with Joe, but this masterclass sounds like it's going to be huge. Absolutely terrific. The best masterclass ever given, probably.
Okay, guys, how about we hit that link? Time is money.
Sometimes technology fights with me. Okay, we're back. For some of us are seeing ads, and some of us are here. So we'll give everybody just a moment to get back from the YouTube ad break, and then we shall answer questions. So what we're going to do now is I'll answer questions about the best uses of RunwayML, ChatGPT's new image generator, or anything at all when it comes to building or growing a business. Maybe you have a business up and you need a little bit of help. Maybe you're driving some traffic and things aren't working. You'd like me to go critique your landing page. I'll be happy to do that. Or perhaps you have an email campaign that's not working. If you want to share some of the copy you're using and would like me to give you my 2 cents, but I am here to help you with anything in your journey as an entrepreneur for the next few minutes. So let's get those questions coming in. And producer Nick, let's get started.
All right. So,
shall we bring you back on?
Yes.
Let me see here. I'll put us on that way. There we go.
All right. Question about Runway. Did Runway Gen-4 remove the restriction for reference images to be 1280 by 768? You know, I actually don't know. I do know yesterday I was running into
didn't you upload a reference image that is was a 9 by 16, right? A tall image I thought I saw.
I did, yeah. I was, yeah. I did notice there's a size limit. I don't remember what the size. I was bumping into that yesterday. My workaround was to you could upload images into Canva and then compress them. So I was using Canva to compress images that
So
were
you ran to a file size limit, but not an aspect like how wide or tall the image was. Okay.
It's crazy. Sometimes ChatGPT, the images it will create, they're really big files for whatever reason. I'm not a techie, so I couldn't tell you why that is, but sometimes. But what's interesting is there's a huge range. Some of them aren't that big. Some of them are huge. And yeah, weird.
Awesome. I see David Black is new, so welcome, David. And again, I want to encourage anyone who is not yet subscribed, if you're watching right now, do me a favor and smash that thumbs up button, because we are literally 4 subscribers away from 24,000, and I will not rest until we get those till we break that 24,000 mark. So I'll stay on the air however long it takes. And let's go to the next question.
Yep. May says, can you upload a script for voiceover and put text on video? The answer is yes, but with a different tool. So we have used a tool called 11 Labs. You can just look up 11 Labs on Google and you'll find it. We've also actually done videos on the channel. So you could use that for the voice and then combine it with the videos you make in Runway. We use them to make advertisements.
Yeah, and you can. So we have a video on the channel actually where it shows us doing that. I don't know if you remember which video that is, Nick, but I know where there is one. So if you search our channel for RunwayML, you will find. I know we have multiple videos of training there, and I know we did a video training where I dropped in an audio track. We did captions, like the text captions that appear on the screen. And we dropped in a music track, and we showed the whole process from beginning to end of using Runway for doing that. We can do, if there's enough interest, we could do a new updated workflow of like producing a Runway video from all the way from beginning to end. So if there's enough interest in that, we could. Audience, what do you think? Would you like a new updated, like start to finish, how to create a video, a commercial or social media post in RunwayML? But because it was that was at least a good 6 months ago, I think, when we made that.
Please say yes, because I have a lot of fun making.
Nick wants to play around with the tool.
I like playing around with these tools. So say yes, so I can do a live stream and play with Runway.
Well, we're going to do a couple of surveys. I think we can survey what we're going to call our community of viewers. And we'll survey for a couple of different content ideas. And let's put that on the list. And we're now 3 subscribers away from hitting 24,000. We're inching ever closer.
So from Starnanda J. Price, not a question, but a comment I did want to share. They say, I want to create a 3D kids story video book with stars and sparkles every time the key success words goes to the child. Also on the cover of the book. These 2 tools are the perfect set of tools for something like that. I've seen, I do a lot of my research for these videos on X, finding examples or just people talking about it. A lot of people are making comics and kids books with the new ChatGPT image model. So I know for a fact you can do it because there are people already doing it. The other thing is, Bill, I just remembered you at the end, you were asking me if we missed anything. Now I remember we were supposed to bring up. So the really cool thing about Gen-4 that I don't think any of the other video models have is that you're going to be able to give it assets, characters, locations, objects, and it will remember them and recreate them identically so that it's not like, have you ever played around with these tools and you're trying to make a scene and the character he changes how he looks every new scene?
Yeah, I have experienced that. So this will crack consistent characters. That's really the kind of the holy grail for this stuff, is to be able to have one consistent character that persists across from scene to scene to scene in your videos, and that would be incredibly powerful.
Yeah. Here, I'll read from their press release. I'll read a very short sentence about this feature. They say, with Gen 4, you are now able to precisely generate consistent characters locations, and objects across scenes. Simply set your look and feel, and the model will maintain a coherent world environment. We didn't show it because they haven't rolled it out yet, but it's like on the roadmap. In the press release, they talk about it as if it's out right now. So I would expect, and when it does come out, we'll play with it and make a video about it. I would expect that to be out any second now. So Starnanda, when that comes out, you can take your
yeah. In fact, you know what we'll do? Let's do this. Let's wait. I know there's like 2 or 3 features that they're rolling out, maybe even like this week. I know they'll come out any moment into Gen 4. As soon as they're available, then let's do our next, like our full training from beginning to end. I think that would be really cool. We could make a commercial with a consistent character and show that feature off. That would be awesome.
Yeah. And on that note, Selena says a lot of the image generators change your initial pick a lot. That's true. Does Runway change your upload image a lot or not at all? So with these new features, assuming, it lives up to their press releases and it lives up to the hype, that should solve that. Although, what's interestingly, I have noticed, even before using these features, it's a lot better at it than tools like Sora. I don't want to knock Sora because I actually really like it, and I will probably do some more videos on them in the future because they're doing a lot of work behind the scenes there as well. But one of the problems with Sora is that it does change the initial pick a lot. Do you remember, Dad, when we were making B-roll for an ad for some dog product, and it was like a guy interacting with his dog. The dog would morph. It didn't understand. It would morph the dog into the person, and the person would morph into the dog, and then
it was like a werewolf transforming back and forth. Yeah, it was crazy.
And sometimes,
and VO2 is that way too, right? I mean, so this will be a big breakthrough. I can't wait to use all of the features, but. Just an update. We are 2 subscribers away from 24,000. Nice. Just saying.
Another thing that's really cool about this space is it's like a space race. There's 6 major players, and they're all so competitive. So the ChatGPT's image editor, Gemini was the first there 2 weeks ago, and then Grok came out, and then not even two full days later, ChatGPT came out, and we see the same thing with video, with sound, so with the podcast space, which is good for all of us because it means it gets cheaper for all of us, and everyone's making better tools for all of us to use and make a lot of money with.
Well, it shows capitalism working, right? The free market at work is being demonstrated right there. So.
We should do.
Although I probably just alienated any of our communist fans, but I'm sorry, guys, if you're out there. But
our
communists trying to generate profit. But yeah,
any of the communists who are trying to get rich with AI, we might have lost them. Sorry, guys.
But, my fellow capitalists, this is a free market and on display, right? It really is to see these companies. We're benefiting because these multi-billion-dollar companies are fighting it out to release a better and better product because they must compete with each other. So it's a great example.
Yeah, well, we were saying this when these tools first came out, and they were really cool and novel, but Midjourney would give people extra fingers, and the text looked weird, and it looked uncanny sometimes. It'd make silly mistakes, and all the naysayers would say, "Oh, AI is not going anywhere. Oh yeah, it's gonna take my job with 6 fingers." And we would say, "Well, yeah, this thing is 2 months old. In 2 years, this stuff is advancing so fast. In 2 years, you're gonna feel really silly." And now it's 2 years later,
well,
and
it reminds me. I've been building businesses on the internet for a long time. 25 plus years. So going all the way back to the early days of the public internet. And I remember distinctly, I frequently was being told by people that I was wasting my time, right? When they were going oh, this internet, I remember I was trying to convince a friend of mine who had a business to let me build a website for him. And he said, this internet, it's a fad. yeah, a couple of years will go by, and it'll just be the latest fad, and everybody will move on. And I'm hearing similar things today about AI. But I'll tell you what, I believe AI is an even bigger revolution. So if you kind of just rewind 30 years ago, before we had the internet, and the change to society, and the next 30 years will make that look like child's play. Our whole society will change because of AI. And I know there's a lot of doomsday, fear mongering about, the Skynet is going to come and, nuke us all. I don't see that. I see that AI will make productivity go through the roof. And I think it will ultimately benefit humanity more than it hurts it. So, and history says that. Every revolution we've had in human history, there are people that are worried that it's going to ruin things, like as each new invention occurs, and humanity makes a step forward. And I do believe, I tend to be an optimist, but I do believe that this will be another one of those big leap forward, even though there'll be some disruption along the way. So, anyway, let's go back to questions.
Right. Well, one more thing. I had a thought, and I think a lot of people, they see all the breakneck speed that AI is going at, all the money being made, and they feel like, oh, I missed out. It's done. All the millions have been made, and it's too late for me. We're
at the beginning. We're still at the very beginning of yeah.
It's like this technology's been developing for a while, but it's only hit the market for it like 2.5 years ago. So we're not even 3 years into this, and this is good. This is going to buckle up, because this is going to be going on for decades. So you're 2 years into a decades-long ride, so you're not too late.
Cool.
All right. Question.
All right. So we are still 2 subscribers away from 24,000 subscribers. So if you're out there watching us now and you want to get more value when it comes to building a brand new business using AI or using current modern marketing techniques, then you should subscribe, and you can help us push us over that 24,000 sub mark. Maybe you'll be the 24,000th subscriber to the channel. So if you're not yet subscribed, and it also unlocks chat, so you can talk back and forth with us in chat and get help with your business. We're here every single Wednesday, and we release at least 1 training video every week. And I really hope to earn your subscription. If you've been out there lurking in the shadows, now's the time to join, so that you can push us over the 24,000 sub mark. And with that, let's go back to questions.
Yeah, so this is from a part of the video where we talked about making AI videos of you. And says on that topic, she says, that's a cool video. And Bill, you can have your own avatar that streams live with a tool called Animes. It would run you around 500 to 1K to get a custom avatar, and it could look just like you. I have never heard of this tool before. We'll look into it, Tiha. Thanks for showing this to us. I'm assuming you're looking it up, Dad. I'm assuming that's what you're doing.
Yeah, here, let's see if this is the right one. Here, I'll pull it up and share the screen. Let's see. Okay, why am I not able to do that? Let's see. Okay. Hey, there we go. Latiha, is that the one? Is that you're talking about? If so, I'll check it out. It looks interesting. Oh, I wonder, this is like for VTubers. I wonder if you can feed it. I wonder if it requires a human input, or if we can just hook it to an AI. Okay, I'll check it out. So is that the one?
If she's still here, she might have bounced.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Well, We go back to us here.
So
There we go.
we'll do ASAP has a question, then Selena has a comment. And I'll read after ASAP's question. ASAP says, how much does Runway cost? Plans start at $12 a month. They go all the way up to 76. And you can, it's a credit system. So your payment plan will earn you a certain amount of credit, will get you a certain amount of credits each month. If you run out, you can buy, I think it's 1,000 credits for $10. That will get you like, I think 4 or 5 Gen-4 generations.
I need to interrupt.
Okay.
Bodhi's here to celebrate. Come here, Bodhi.
Oh,
come here. So look, it's $29,999. Okay, let's refresh. Oh, still $29,999. So he came in just as I noticed we have 1 subscriber to go. So whoever is next is our 24,000th subscriber, and you've made Bodhi's day. So whoever that will be. He came in very happy about something, so I don't know.
And then Selena said, thanks, Bill and Nick. I got so many ideas from this session alone. Awesome. You guys, if you guys have ideas, share them in the chat. If there's still, I want to do, we do the Ask Me Anything at the end.
Hey, we made it.
Oh, nice. Thanks, guys. We do this. We take it to Ask Me Anything at the end. Sometimes I just want to, when we're done at the end, I just want to go to some of these tools and just do like play around with it. Just like,
yeah. By the way, who was that? Who just subscribed? Hopefully, although I think the chat might put them in a timeout for like a minute, but when they first subscribe. But so hopefully they can chat. I don't know if we can tell who that was. Let's see.
Today I set it to a 5-minute timeout, so they'll have to wait 5 minutes.
Yeah, can we? What's the shortest timeout we can set that for?
It could be automatically.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we should just make it short.
Okay. All right. Baseman says, I already have push button. Do we automatically have the agents, or is this something extra?
Yes, anyone who has push button AI, if you have an active subscription, you're current and active with your push button AI account, then we're giving you all of these new AI agent features for free, right? We're just adding it to what you've already got. So no extra charge. If you're active and you're currently paying, then you get it. We will be giving it to you for free.
Awesome. Interesting. From Victor. Okay, no, sorry, I skipped one accidentally. Victor says, have you combined Runway with Suno to make music videos? The answer is yes. I've had a lot of fun with that. Well, they're not music videos, but I like to get real cinematic with our ads, and I'll put a soundtrack in the background. I like to go with like 80s synth for and we use Suno. What's the other one? And Udio. I actually like Udio better than Suno, in my opinion, but Suno's good too.
Yeah, I think this one here, I'm going to play a quick commercial. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to show you an ad that was made in Runway, but about about a year ago, I think you made this ad. So this is early AI right at the beginning. It is so much better now. So I think what we'll do is we'll spend some time updating some of our ads with the new Runway as we record our video to teach you how to use it. But here's an example of one that was made in Runway a year ago. I think with Gen 3, or was it Gen 2? Gen 3, I think.
That might have been Gen 2.
Okay.
If it's the one I'm thinking of.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to play this, and we'll be right back right after this quick commercial break. Button AI, then what are you doing? So I would like to invite you. That's not it. Let's try this one. I don't see it. Where is it?
Do you want me to help you?
I don't see the the AI one that was for the masterclass.
Oh, here.
You can now launch your own online business with the click of a mouse. Sounds crazy, right? Guess what? It's now possible thanks to our game-changing AI software that's helping beginners build a successful online business. If you have tried and failed at building an online business or you've got no idea where to start, there is good news for you. We are entering a new exciting era of AI, and I'm here to teach you how to use it to build and grow an online business. Because I'm handing you a blueprint, a business in a box powered by AI, and it's called Push Button AI. Imagine a tool so smart it does all the heavy lifting for you. Builds an info product business, sets up hosting, launches the website, and even crafts engaging email sequences. Here's the thing. This isn't like anything else out there, and this is based on what's working right now. Push Button AI is based on my experience of generating over $100 million over the last 20 years and helping over 81,942 customers build and grow their own online businesses. If you'd like to find out more about this, register now and dive into my free live demo to uncover strategies and traffic tricks that will pivot your business and skyrocket your online business from surviving to thriving. Imagine what your life would look like today if you bought Bitcoin when it was $1. You now have the same opportunity with Push Button AI since nobody else is doing this. Don't miss out this time.
So that was Gen 2 for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
And
so
then
what will be interesting is if we remake that ad, we can take the same voiceover and the same music and just redo the imagery and show the difference.
so much better. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be cool.
All right.
All right. Well, I have officially 9 minutes till I have a big conference call I got to do. And so we'll do our final round of questions. And we sailed on by 24,000 subscribers. So I want to thank all of you who are new to the channel and all of the new subscribers who joined us. I really appreciate that. I've been looking forward to that. And next up is 25,000. So we're going to rapidly close in on 25K and keep on growing. So thanks everybody who subscribed today.
I want to, well, 2 people said they were actually sharing the live stream, which we're very thankful for. Selena says she's texting her friends to join.
Oh, thank you for that. Yeah.
And then the Legacy Life for me says I sent some shares out on X and Reddit. And that's really cool as well. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Well, you all earn Nick a bonus. So he gets a bonus tied to the channel growth. So for every subscriber, you put more money in Nick's bank account.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. All right. Okay. From Chris says Pinterest is starting to kick off or shadow ban some sites with AI generated images. Have you heard anything about this on Pinterest and other channels? I don't really use Pinterest, but that doesn't surprise me. What I would suspect is that you don't want people making stuff up or deceiving people with AI. And AI is now good enough that you can do that. And you probably should be banned if you're doing that. I would say use it ethically. Don't deceive people. Don't imitate people unless it's very, very obviously a joke. But if you're using it for artistically and you're open about it, on those platforms, you should be safe, especially X.
I have some more I'd like to add to that as well. So I think there are 2 ways to get banned on not just Pinterest, but any platform. Okay, so I'm not currently following the ban wave that's happening on Pinterest. So I can't give you specifics about that. But I've seen this over and over again where people are abusing AI tools and putting out large quantities of material and flooding a marketplace with it. Generally, they tend to be lower quality. And Google reacted to this in a similar fashion, about search engine rankings. If you're jamming low quality garbage into Google and you're building tens of thousands of pages on your website in a day, right, of just a bunch of junk, well, you're going to get a penalty, right? And I think the same thing applies to any platform, whether it's Facebook, whether it's X, whether it's Pinterest or otherwise. So I think those are just 2 things. Like Nick said, just be ethical and don't mislead people using AI. And 2, don't put out a bunch of junk in a incredibly high quantity of material. And then generally you're going to be safe. If you don't do those 2 things, If instead you're using AI to provide value and help people, then you should be safe. And now, again, I'm not commenting on any kind of specific policy change or anything from Pinterest, but this is just general advice on any platform. I mean, imagine if we took, you probably earlier in the show, we had this joke commercial, right? That was like the presidents who all are using push button AI, and Elon is there, and right there, it's very obvious to anybody who's got half of a brain cell that that's a joke, right? It's having fun. There's nothing serious about it. But what if instead I recorded a testimonial from Elon and tried to pass that off as if he was our customer and endorsing our product? Well, I could make a very realistic endorsement and make it look like Elon was endorsing our product, right? That would definitely not be cool and would get me banned. So, and rightly so. But so it's that should help highlight the differences between the two. But next question.
Right. Let's see. All right, from Conrad. This is kind of a heavy technical question, so we might have to clear words for people who might not understand. But he says, congrats on the 24K milestone. Glad to have helped. And then he says, what about Pixtral Large, which is, I believe that's a model put out by Mistral AI. Do you know anything about that, Bill?
I haven't used it. I know we've used different versions of Mistral for some other projects that we have. Which again, it's a project that has different AI tools for the layman that are available that you can get access to. And we have used a couple of different flavors of Mistral. We're not currently using it. It didn't work out for what we needed, but I've never used the model he's talking about now. Or he or she. Who is it?
That's Conrad.
Conrad. So, okay.
All right. And all right. It looks like we're all caught up with the questions. Oh, Conrad was number 24. 24K.
Hey.
Appreciate it, Conrad. Nice.
Thank you. You put us over the top. Congrats and thanks.
Thanks for waiting out the 5-minute cooldown period to chime in. Appreciate it. Is that it?
Yeah, I think, and then for next week, let's make the cooldown. You said we can make it instant. Is that
I'll
right?
make it instant. I like to set the cooldown high so that it ups the duration, so you have to stick around. But,
got it. Okay.
Yeah. But I'll make it instant next time. Yeah.
All right. Well, then with that, I want to find another AI ad. So with that, I think we're going to wrap everything up. And I want to thank everybody for being part of our 24,000 subscriber live stream. And we hit it. And thank you very much. And we'll be back next Wednesday, same place, same time, same channel, whatever you want to say. We'll be here with even more advice on how to use AI to build your business. And producer Nick, thank you for all your help today. And can you play us out with an AI ad?
You got it.
Launch a business in
join
just
my webinar.
5 days with the help of AI. That sounds amazing, right? The problem is most people are doing it all wrong. You've heard the success stories of people making money online, but when you try to start, it's like hitting a wall. Where do you even begin? What tools do you use? And how do you make it all work together? The process feels endless. Weeks, maybe months of trial and error, only to realize you're no closer to your goals. It's exhausting, and every day you're stuck, you're leaving money on the table. But it doesn't have to be this way. The truth is, building an online business can be simple if you have the right system. That's exactly what the 5-Day Wealth Engine gives you. A clear, step-by-step process that takes the guesswork out of launching a business. With over $100 million in results and 25+ years of experience, I can help you do this in my 5-day challenge. We'll work together to help you apply my proven methods. I'll guide you through harnessing AI to work smarter, not harder. In just 5 days, you'll go from feeling stuck and overwhelmed to having a fully launched, ready-to-profit business. You'll learn how to use the latest tools, avoid costly mistakes, and create something sustainable that fits into your life. Imagine what it would feel like to stop spinning your wheels and finally take action toward the future you've been dreaming about. No more endless research. No more second-guessing yourself. Just results. Fast. If you're ready to turn your vision into reality, click the link now to join the 5-day Wealth Engine. Spots are limited, and the next challenge is about to start. So take action while you can. This is your chance to make it happen.
Those of you who are not yet a Pushbutton AI customer, then you need to check this out. And all you need to do is go to pushbutton.ai/demo, pushbutton.ai/demo, and you can get a live one-on-one appointment to get on Zoom and see this powerful technology in action. And with Pushbutton AI, it will build an entire business from bottom to top. Everything you need, from your domain name to your logo to videos to audio lessons, an entire course that you can sell as your own, a 30-day email sequence that it writes. You can send a daily email for 30 days, all written by AI, and a whole lot more. It writes your sales page. If you're not sure how to write an expert sales page to convince people to buy stuff, it writes it for you. It writes a free report that you can give away to get subscribers to your list. It even creates and writes the opt-in subscription page to get people to subscribe to get the free report. And it goes on and on and on. It even writes your first 10 blog posts for you, and it can do so much more. Social media posts, ads, all of these things are done, and all you have to do is answer a couple of questions and push a button. Now, Pushbutton AI is not available to the public at the time of recording this video. And the only way to get in is by invite to our behind-the-scenes beta access. And during your live demo, we'll show you the technology. We'll actually work with you to actually map out an entire course that you could sell as your own. We'll outline the course with you together on the one-on-one Zoom call. And then if you so decide, if you're a good fit, you can come in, join our Pushbutton AI beta program, and be in business with that very course by the next day. Go to pushbutton.ai/demo to figure out if this powerful technology is right for you. You can register there. You'll book an appointment in the calendar. Be sure you show up. Our team will be very excited to meet you and show you how the tech works, outline your new course for you, and hopefully it's a fit and we can work together to launch your next business. So for those of you who
First business doesn't have to be complicated. That's because we're at the start of the AI revolution. Before, it could take months to launch a profitable business and start cash flowing. Now you can do it in as little as one weekend. History is littered with people who've built empires by seizing the moment. They jumped in at ground zero before the door slammed shut. Imagine if you had bought Bitcoin in 2011. You'd be set for life. Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, says, "We're at the dawn of a golden age of AI, and we've only begun to scratch the surface." Bezos made his billions riding the internet wave early. Now it's your turn to ride the AI tsunami to the bank. Thousands are about to cash in big time thanks to AI. But the burning question is, will you be one of them? Or will you be left in the dust? If you don't want to be left in the dust, then sign up for the Ingeniosity newsletter, where every week I'll hand you carefully researched blueprints that will help take your business from idea to income fast. Whether you're starting from scratch or looking to level up, each blueprint is designed to cut through the noise and deliver actionable steps you can implement immediately, and I would know. Because I've been able to generate over $100 million in total revenue across my online businesses over the years. You'll get my hard-won $100 million insights delivered to your inbox every Friday. And the best part? It's 100% free. Join over 5,000 other founders and business builders and get your roadmap to unstoppable growth with the help of AI. Just go to pushbutton.ai/subscribe.
Send you over 20 different playbooks, downloadable reports, presentations, and more. Free, all designed to help you start, build, and profit as an online entrepreneur. And they are all based on my $100 million in results across all of my online businesses. Because over the last 25 years, I have figured out what works, what didn't. But it took a lot of trial and error, a lot of painful lessons along the way. And I would like it so that you don't have to fumble around like I did over the years. Instead, I want to give it to you straight, the exact patterns, the exact steps that you need to follow to launch and explode your online empire this year and beyond. So whether you're just starting out or already have a business you want to grow, there is something for you, and it's totally free. So these playbooks, we release them each week, and a couple examples of them are already waiting for you in the vaults right now. These examples would be how I'm using Mr. Beast's leaked manual to blow up my own YouTube channel and make 6 figures from YouTube alone. Also, the next playbook is a simple content hack that made one guy over $1 million his first year. Also, another playbook is how one woman, she made $200,000 by borrowing traffic from other websites. Also, you'll see how to use an AI tool called RunwayML to generate AI ads that are 300% more profitable than traditional ads are. You'll also learn how to use NotebookLM, which is a different AI tool that Google puts out, and you'll see how to make tons of website traffic show up on your doorstep and explode your business. And then another example is our 5 profitable newsletter business ideas. So if you ever wanted to start an online newsletter or an email newsletter, you can start one in a single afternoon with this playbook. Those are just a few examples. There's tons of playbooks and other stuff, and we release more every single Friday. You will get another playbook that will cut right through the noise, will bring you a cutting edge, new marketing or business building strategy that will help you either get more traffic, get more money, or make your business bigger. And these are filled with growth hacks, the workflows, the ideas, the strategies and tactics that will help take you from a concept in your mind to cash flow coming into your pocket, and it'll do it fast. Now, over my $100 million that I've made across all of my different businesses, I know what works. And some of them were very painful and frustrating lessons to learn. And now, through Ingeniosity, it's totally free, and I want to share my knowledge with you so that you do not have to go through that. And I look forward to seeing you inside the Ingeniosity members area. Remember, it's free, and each resource is carefully researched, carefully curated, and we check it against all of my hard-won $100 million worth of experience and make sure it's something that is working now, today. By the way, all of it's indexed, cataloged, and roadmapped. You can log in and find these. You'll never be left in the dust again. Some of the other things that you'll get as an Ingeniosity free subscriber is you actually get to learn behind the scenes of what's going on in my own businesses so you can see what's working in them right now. So these are not just theories, things that I am doing in my businesses. You'll see real life business experiments and case studies that we're releasing. You'll get the practical blueprints, the growth hacks, everything you can deploy. It's like plug and play. You just take the training, implement it, and you can get results. So as a free Ingeniosity subscriber, you'll get all the practical cutting edge AI tactics that you can use right now in your business so you can participate in this AI revolution. It's all free. It's all right now waiting for you. Go to pushbutton.ai/subscribe. So go to that link that you see on the screen or down below in the comments, click it, and it's totally free. I'll see you over there.